But first off, Kev, last week, Microsoft had a big week. They had a huge third-party exclusive last week called Clair Obscur Expedition 33, okay? I know you've not heard much about this, which is not really the point, other than you just need to know it was a big deal, okay?
Pretty big deal.
Reviews started coming out on Wednesday, and the reviews were insane. 10s, 5s, 9.5s, like perfect scores across the board. Currently on Metacritic, it is the highest rated game of the year.
Ooh.
So it's in the running. It's early. It's only April, but it's in the running for Game of the Year.
Well, there you go. That's a pretty good start.
Yep. Great start, right? However, last week, on Tuesday, Bethesda had a live stream announcing the Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion Remastered that has been rumored for months and months and months and months. This was Tuesday. And by the way, they shadow dropped it on the spot and released it. So, Kev, before I tell you what then transpired, what are your thoughts? They cannibalize. The worry was they cannibalized their own game. What is up, Pet Bug?
Hello.
Lured on Twitter, then was later self.
Hey, well, you know what? Those two things cancel out, right? Like that.
We were
honestly, you're still in the positive. I think posting an alert is worth way more than being late. So we appreciate you very much, James. I have some very
know Oblivion. Feedback. You know.
Oh, I know Oblivion more.
Mm-hmm.
Really, you almost have to be in our generation, James, to know Oblivion the way that someone like myself knows it, because it came out when I was a teenager and had enough time to beat the entire game multiple times using multiple classes, different characters, all kinds of stuff. I have probably played the first 2 to 3 hours of Oblivion more than I've ever played anything else when you think about it. Like, I played that game a lot. It was a game that I had a lot of fun with, but I will just say this is the most Bethesda thing I have ever heard. Of course, they would be the guys, that would be the group that would say, hey, we have this thing that people really want. A lot of people would want it for the nostalgia and because it's on an upgraded system. If they already have the system, if they already have the television, they're likely to buy this so they can see one of their favorite games ever in all of this ultra HD glory. Okay, so they apparently don't market that. That's what I understand a shadow drop to mean, was just like, oh, hey, look at this. By the way, welcome to the game store. A game we could have marketed to you and probably moved a lot more units if we had done that. But not only do they cut themselves off at the knee by not marketing their own product, but then they, with the foot that has now been removed from that bloody stump, they have taken their foot and are smashing their other foot and breaking all their own toes with it by saying, oh, we're also going to release right on top of another very immersive, visually appealing game that we could sell a lot of units of. Also, both these games, I can't speak as much about Expedition 33, but Oblivion is not a quick playthrough, regardless of
how Kev, it came with all the expansions included.
That's wild. I know a buddy of mine.
Like 500 hours if you wanted to play through it all. It's quite wild.
Yeah, one of our coworkers over at Carnage Media, shout out to the boys. My buddy Tom, one of our phenomenal cameramen, was complaining to me after the show about how he went to sleep in the wrong town and woke up and had gotten bit by a vampire and then had to spend the next 5 hours in real life time doing all the little quests to heal himself from being a vampire. And it's just like, that is incredibly annoying, first of all. But that's the kind of game we're talking about. Like, this is not a you're gonna beat it in a couple of days situation. So
No.
why you wouldn't more strategically separate the two? It's how else can I put this, James? I don't think these are games that people will play at the same time, right? Like even if you're someone who plays multiple games, you're probably mixing up genres, right? Like,
unless you don't have
I
a
need
life, you don't have a job,
need-
which is really cool for you.
true. But yeah, it's just sort of like if I need a break from my immersive fantasy game, I'm gonna play it.
An immersive role-playing game.
Yeah, right. Like something that takes even more time. No, I don't get the strategy here, James. Other than it's Bethesda, so there probably wasn't a strategy.
It's wild because Microsoft now owns them, so you would think they'd be like, "Hey, no, not today, not this week, not this week, right?"
Yeah, who's in charge around here?
Like, here's the fucking reviews that came out the day after Expedition 33 released. Look at the first comments from Microsoft too. I saw that too.
What a week for you all.
Yeah.
Yeah. Even
Just
the social media.
Apparently an insane
whoa,
game.
guys.
I am going to buy it. I just happened to buy Assassin's Creed Shadow like 2 weeks ago, and I can't play 2 games at once, Kev. I can barely have enough time to play a game at once.
That's what I'm saying. Come on, man. Woo.
So you
messing
in
up.
theory, the worry is like, first thing I said is like, oh my God, you guys absolutely just undercut this team. Which, mind you, Kev, here's one for you. This team, I think it's Sandfall Games. Let me confirm this. I think that's who made this game. Yeah, Sandfall Games. 33 people made this game. That's it. It's a coincidence that it's called Expedition 33, by the way. There were 33 devs on this game. That is it.
Is it a coincidence, though? This is starting to all feel very esoteric. Sandfall Games, with their team of 33 developers, makes a game called Expedition 33. Am I getting Skeleton Crewed all over again, James? Is somebody flirting with the idea of enlightenment, of a story about alchemy, and yet it's probably going to have nothing to do with anything? What is going on here? Somebody get their dictionary of symbols out.
Headbug would like to know why the ratings are all over the scale. Out of 10, out of 5. Headbug, us Americans, we just, out of 100, we fucking can't make any decisions up.
Oh, yeah. Anything, to
we have no
away
idea.
from the metric system, too.
Yeah, we're dumb. We're so dumb over here. Kev, the good news is, though, it did not stop this game from exploding. Oops, and I clicked stop sharing, and I did not share. I hit the wrong button. So the dramatic pause there is on. Hold on. Still coming. Still coming. Phrasing really bad. 3 days after launch, the game sold over 1 million copies.
Woo!
For a team of... and it says it right there. This number includes units shipped to retailers and does not encompass our awesome Game Pass players. They sold 1 million copies. And I got another one here. Let's click the right button this time. Oh, where is that?
Good work on the 1 million units, gang.
1 million copies in 3 days. Over the weekend, they had 120,000 concurrent players on Steam.
God damn.
It absolutely blew up. So
wow,
Oblivion couldn't even stop the fucking hype train.
I rate this announcement a 2 out of 420. See, I'm with it. No, you're good. I'm with it.
Let me see if I can find a trailer that we can play. So apparently the music's fucking really awesome. So Headbug, this is a French developed game.
Very you're French goddamn right it is.
I don't know how the relations are with the French over there, Headbug. You'll have to let us know. But it's got major voice actors. Charlie Cox is in this game. Andy Serkis voiced in this game. And Ben Starr, who is blowing up right now. He was the lead in the most recent Final Fantasy. And is doing a bunch of stuff right now. He is... Now it makes... Oh, no! Whoopsie. I'm trying to see if we're going to see if I can blow my computer up here with just a trailer or something we can play in the background. Only 30 hours, Kev, for the main story. 30 more if you want to play everything. So not a huge game, which is awesome. We know we don't have a ton of time in these parts. Here we go. Got an official launch trailer. Let's see if I can get this up there. In the meantime,
I love
guess
the
who showed up
optional.
here, Kev?
Yeah. We'd love to hear your thoughts. Join us in the chat or leave us a comment so long as they are all pro-French people, all right? No anti-French comments will be allowed. Nor are they
3
encouraged.
lines. Let's see if this works. See if I lose the
massive
audio.
Whoopsie.
There we go. Let's see if I can blow my computer up playing this.
You should never have come. You're only going to make things worse for everyone. No. She chose to come.
I can't tell if that's loud or not on your end.
Make
So.
the rules between you two.
Good.
You're fighting to change things.
Apparently the soundtrack's awesome.
Come after,
Is she getting Uzumaki'd right now?
right?
Yeah, she got Uzumaki there.
So I was used to losing people.
Yeah.
Small term truce. I agree. Headbug. I agree. I agree to those terms.
It's called a small term truce.
Yeah, it's a truce between this one French person and all of England. Or at least the important people in England.
Turn-based game, Kev. It's pretty big throwback.
Oh yeah, it's got elements of a lot of different things, of which only the Final Fantasy elements will really be familiar to me.
Take
Yes,
everything.
it's got some Final Fantasy isms to it.
Is this true?
Miles with him.
That's a weird looking
I
thing.
need to go now.
It had to be Andy Serkis. He does all the mocap for weird looking things.
Yeah, right.
Gollum, Caesar.
What a cool job.
Who are you?
I don't know what this is, Headbug, but it sounds good. Anyway, that is.
This is not a history show. All right.
We're not smart enough to be history people.
Hey, one of these days.
So yeah, that is Clair Obscur. Was not overshadowed by Oblivion being shadow dropped. Unfortunately, Kev will not be able to play Oblivion because it's a real people job and isn't allowed. Another
Or
time.
I probably don't have the right operating system either.
Oh fuck no.
What? Maybe.
Yeah,
Now
well,
I technically
but
could
not.
buy one, but I've held off for this long that I'm kind of like, do you need it? And every time I ask myself do you
answer's
need
yes.
it though question, the answer is always no. James, I can't break my own adult programming now. I've become too responsible. No one who's ever known me.
I would like to
believe that.
make an announcement.
Whoa,
This may be the first positive comment Shadow's ever given.
we did it.
Shadow, have you played it? I'm going to buy it. I haven't at the moment. I'm playing Assassin's Creed.
Ooh.
I see very good things, and I'm very highly intrigued by it. And I was stupid and bought Assassin's Creed 2 weeks ago, like a dummy.
This would be a game that I would play on the next system, because if I do ever upgrade, it will be to an Xbox, most likely. It's a little more affordable, and in which case I'll probably have Game Pass at one point or another.
Yeah.
And therefore I would play this game, because this would, as big of a Final Fantasy VII fan as I was, and just being able to play, what was it, 10, I think, on the PS2.
Yep. 10.
I played the demo, of course, of 7 when it was remastered. I would love to see something that is just that visually stimulating, but then has the turn-based stuff. I really did enjoy those games when I had the time to play them, but man, that'd be the kind of stuff that would ruin your whole week, because, next thing you know, it's like, oh shit, it's 4 a.m.
Yeah,
And
it's
this,
a
is a,
video show,
and
like,
this is a Wednesday. Oh man. I got to work in a couple hours. What did I do?
Nope, calling in sick tomorrow. He says graphics make a lot of developers look like Haas, expose how lazy, and I'm not saying that word. Redacted. A lot of companies are.
Right?
It looks
That
awesome.
small
33
team?
developers. 33 is all it took. And it seems like there's not a lot of fluff. Like your one argument with like the Final Fantasy Rebirth, which is probably one of my favorite games ever, is there's a lot of extra stuff in there that you don't necessarily have to have. So like as much as I love playing it all, seeing a game that's 30-ish hours, I'm like, that's manageable for somebody like me. However, it's also why I bought Assassin's Creed and I've played it. Not even now at 10 hours, but it took me 2 weeks and 10 hours. Took me a little bit. Yeah, so looking forward to it. I will get on. I will play that game some point. Do not know